What's going on, everyone? My name is VinnieBB, and as you can tell by the home screen and the title of the video, I'm going to teach you some smokes in Overpass and some CS2. Quick things to note before starting. All smokes will be timestamped in the description down below. During the video, I say there's like 2 smokes for this part, but there's actually 3. I kind of messed up. I'm actually recording this after I do all the smokes, so there will be some like editing parts in there that'd be like, oh, there's actually 3 instead of 2 and stuff like that, just to let you guys know. This is only smokes only, no flashes, no molotovs, no nades. I did teach like 2 CT side smokes, but that's all I'm showing in this video. If you guys have any alternatives for smokes that you have, or if I missed anything, let me know in the comments down below. Leave me feedback. I like to learn new smokes and just what you found on the map. Also, if you guys enjoy the content, be sure you like and subscribe. I'm putting out a lot of smoke videos, but I'll also put out some funny videos, some informational videos, so you guys can get all that CS2 knowledge right in your brain. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I'll show you guys how to set up a smoke map if this is your first time watching. All you're gonna do is come over to play, come over to matchmaking, actually come over to practice, go over to competitive, click the map you want to practice in, and all you gotta do is click infinite warm-up, infinite ammo, grenade camera, and just start up the map, and let's jump right into it. First off, I'm gonna show you 2 ways on how to smoke top connector just from T-spawn. Right off spawn, we're gonna come up to this corner where this Z is, where it says PEMS, and we're gonna get right up against it. Now, you can't full on put your body in the corner, so you're gonna try it, get yourself in there as best as you can. And the specific spot you're going to aim at is this the top of this small plant right next to this. Now, this plant looks dark here. How do I remember? The plant, for some reason, the only dark plant that's peeking out into the sun. We're just going to aim at the next small plant next to it. That's how you just got to remember it. So what we're going to do is aim at the very top of it, and all we're going to do is hold our nade and just jump throw. And as the nade is soaring, it is actually going to bounce on top of connector, and watch this volumetric smoke at work. The smoke will all waterfall down into connector, and anybody who's playing in here is completely smoked off. The only thing they can do really is like swinging out the sides. So once your team is working up your way to like bathrooms, they can actually see who's like rotating out of here, who's trying to like get sneaky, and trying to get a sneaky kill. And you can just see who just goes through there once you guys try to work your way up banana. The second smoke is a little bit tougher. It requires a run throw, but I'm gonna showcase it anyway. What you're going to do off spawn is come up to this corner, and I'm going to show this because it's a little bit harder to find this one. What we're going to do is aim at this small plant. Now, how to remember, it's the last like long hanging plants towards the stairwell, and we're going to aim at the shorter end of between these two. And all we're going to do is line up our nade with the border of like the stairwell, of the concrete stairwell. So right about in the middle of here. It's very precise, but this smoke will actually get you like get into connector and smoke it on the inside instead of the top part that I just showed. So what we're gonna do is aim at that, and once we run throw, we're gonna run, and our crosshair, as soon as it hits the bottom part of this plant, we're gonna throw. Sounds a little bit complicated. It will take a little bit of practice, but I'm gonna show it anyways. So we're gonna aim around this area. We're gonna hold our nade out, and once we hit the bottom of the small part of the plant, we're gonna throw. So as I run, I'm about to throw the nade. Missed it by a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because once it bounces off the wall, it bounces into connector. Very effective smoke. The first smoke, they can walk up and go around. This smoke gets actually deep inside the stairwell. Smokes anybody who's playing CT off. You can't see inside. The only thing they have to do is probably like rotate out, maybe flank or push through it like a butthole. Now, for both of these smokes, you're gonna have to be patient and take a lot of practice, and this is a lot of memorization because this smoke requires looking at a certain plant, and the other one requires you aiming at a certain angle. So be patient. These take practice, and I will showcase how to smoke from T-spawn onto bathroom. What we're going to do is come up to this corner right over here, and I'm going to explain this the best way that I can. So this plant over here, right here, is like leaning towards one way. It's leaning towards the right in game, and this is going to be the crucial plant that you could use so you could smoke bathroom. And so with this leaning plant here, we're actually going to aim at the left side of the plant, so right about here. This smoke will also require you to walk. And what we're going to do is aim at the left side of the dangling plant. I know this sounds very complicated, but once you practice enough, you'll get it down. All we're going to do is aim at the left side of the plant, hold our nade, and we're just going to slightly walk and then chuck the nade. We're not going to walk so long. We're going to shortly walk, like half a second, and then throw it. So I'm going to walk and throw. I forgot to release my walk key. And as we see the nade flying, it's going to land perfectly in bathroom. And anybody who's playing the right side, or I should say the left side if you're on the T side, any CTs who are playing here on the right side cannot see. Any CTs playing on the left side here cannot see. They could swing out from bathroom over here on banana, or they could just straight up go long, hold bathroom, spam smoke. They can do whatever they can. But I'm going to show you the way how to smoke it from fountain. So from fountain to bathroom, we're going to come up to this bench close here. Hopefully you have a teammate watching long, you know, watching anybody who swings out, like out here, outside of party, outside of bathroom, outside connector. Now what we're going to do is press up our body up against this bench. And we're going to look at this AC unit, and we're going to line it at a 90-degree angle with this yellow leaf coming off the tree. So about right here in this general area, coming up from this right vent and coming from the right of this yellow leaf. So about right in this general area, all we're going to do is hold our nade and just regularly throw it. And as the nade pops down, it's going to cover both the left and right side of the smoke, leaving the CTs to have to either come out banana or go out long or come out the smoke or go back to site, whatever they may choose to do. I actually found a third way on how to smoke bathroom from playground. Don't worry, it's a secret. I said two, but this is a third one. What you're going to do is come up to playground. You're actually going up the left side of the slide, hug the left side of the slide here, and we're going to come up, see Mr. Pink Elephant, and we're going to make our way up to the top so that you can't go higher anymore. And what we're going to do is aim at the right AC unit, and all we're going to do is aim at it and just throw the nade. As we can see in the bottom left, the nade bounces, perfectly pops, covering all of bathroom once again. CTs, no matter what they can do, push through smoke, you know, go back connector, go back, or wherever they may be playing. They cannot do anything with the smoke. They just have to run through it, go back to side, go back to long, go back to connector, peek banana. They can do whatever, but make sure you watch out for anybody who's like, you know, messing around with the smoke criminals. Next up, I'm going to show you some crucial smokes for A site. The first smoke I'll be showing is how to smoke off the cross just from outside bathroom. What you're going to do is come up to this bench outside of bathrooms. You know, people call it banana. I call it banana, but it's called outside bathrooms for now. All we're going to do is line ourselves up with the bench, and we're actually going to stand on top of the seating part of the bench and line our body up with this like silver grayish, you know, metal part of the bench. And all we're going to do is aim at the left of where this box is. We're going to aim at this light gray part, and we're going to aim right in the middle of it. All we're going to do is regularly throw the nade, and as you can see on the map down there, that is going to land in the middle of sight. Now I'm going to show you all the angles the CTs can hold if you decide to throw the smoke. So as the smoke is being filled up, the volumetric smoke will start covering the left side of it so your team can finally push up. They could play on truck, they could play in this corner, they could peek out the other side of dice. The big one here is they could play on top of here. They can kind of see over it. You know, the volumetric smoke kind of rips at the top. So if they stay on here, you just got to watch out for that. If they're trying to be ballsy, you know, trying to get a kill on you. And anybody who's playing here will be smoked off. They'll have to like spray through. They'll have to like go outside the right side of dice. Just be wary of those factors that could happen once you throw the smoke to cross onto site and plant, you know, in front of dice. Next up, I will be showing you how to smoke off truck on A site. What we're going to do is come back to outside bathroom once again, and we're going to get ourselves right up into this corner. Now, this is going to be very precise on how I describe this. So we're going to aim at the box once again, but we're going to aim at the line where it goes from lighter to darker parts, so the side to the underside. We're going to make sure our left and our right of our crosshair is sitting on top of the line. All we're going to do is just regularly throw the nade. As we see, the nade is jumping through the air. It's going to bounce off the building. It's actually going to get in right underneath the truck and is going to pop. Anybody who's playing truck here either has to back up really far, they have to swing out to the right, they can sit and smoke. But be warned that anybody who's playing in this corner right here, back in this area, can be sitting here, and once you plant, they can run out. So just be cautious of anybody sitting there, anybody being an absolute rat in the smoke. They could get you off guard right here, but anybody who's playing truck cannot see you, so just be worried about that person sitting there. Another way you can also smoke truck is from long here as well. What we're going to do is come up to this last pillar on this diagonal wall here, and we're going to press up our body right up against it. And all we're going to do is aim in the middle of this red... I didn't even know it was a smiley face until I zoomed in. I thought it was just a red dot. We're going to aim right in the middle of the red dot, right there. All we're going to do is just regularly throw the nade. And as we throw the nade, it's going to bounce and land underneath the truck. And once again, anybody's playing this corner will probably be sitting in it. Like I said, if you play on site and someone's sitting here, it's not my fault. You got to check it. Just make sure your team, you know, make sure it's clearing the entire site. Anybody who's playing truck, if they get on top of it, can't see. Anybody playing behind it has to, like, peek out, and it covers a little bit of the right side, so they have to completely peek out to dice. Next up, I'm going to show you two ways on how to smoke bank. Once you have long cleared and once you have bathroom side cleared, you can smoke it from long. All we're going to do is come up to this lamppost outside of the bathrooms, and we're going to press up our body right up against it. And what we're going to do is aim at the edge of this railing right here. We're going to actually aim where this O is, but right in the middle of the edge railing. So about right around here, I would say about halfway from the top of the railing to the bottom of the railing. All we're going to do is aim at it, and we're just going to jump throw the nade. As the nade is being jump throwed, it is going to land right in front of where dumpster is and the van. And once it pops, anybody who's playing here... Oh, whoa, I went inside the building. Anybody who's playing behind dumpster or behind van can actually not see through the smoke. The only thing they could do is probably jump on side of the dumpster here, but you could see when they jump on top of it. Plus, I had a hard time trying to find the dumpster because these smokes, they completely obscure your vision. So that is one of these smokes you could throw. The next up is from outside of bathroom. So this smoke is kind of outside bathroom, but also top connector. We're gonna come up to this like slanted piece right here, and all we're gonna do is snug up our body right against it. There's actually a corner here, so we're gonna make sure our body's pressed up right against it. And we're actually going to aim in between this light post and this chimney. So this top of the building, I guess it was a ventilation shaft here. We're going to aim right here, right in the middle of them. All we're going to do is aim at it, and we're just going to jump throw the nade. Now, there's a little bit of like tips I have to give you about this one, or a little bit of stuff that I have to describe with this nade. So once it pops, yes, it smokes off bank, but whoever's playing in bank could also like sneak out here, you know, sneak out van. They could get an advantage here. Just make sure you gotta clear the angle, because the smoke actually hits, but it doesn't cover the entirety of bank. The long smoke does, but this one, not really. It's easier to aim and throw it. Like for here, they could be sitting in smoke. You can kind of see them. You just gotta make sure you guys clear the angle behind van and behind dumpster. Guys, I found a third smoke on how to smoke off bank from long, and you know what? I'm gonna show you guys. So what we're going to do is come up to this last pillar, the one right before bathroom on long. What we're going to do is go up to the wall, and you're going to press D until your character is like moving a little bit into the corner. That is this pillar. You can't perfectly get in the corner. It'll move you a bit, so try and get yourself in there as perfectly as you can. What we're going to do is look at this umbrella. We're actually going to look at the plant on the right of the umbrella. We're going to look at the rightmost leaf, and what we're going to do is aim at the very top part of the leaf that is on the very right of this first set of leaves. All we're going to do is hold our nade and throw. Now, the plant will be moving a little bit. You just gotta, like, line it up perfectly. All we're gonna do is come over here to bank. And once the smoke drops, anybody's playing bank will get smoked off. And once the volumetric smoke does its work, and say if they want to go to dumpster, they're at dumpster, they can't see over it. They go to van, you can't see over it. This first smoke is from long. Once you get the entirety of long cleared out, what you're going to do is come up to this diagonal wall, and we're actually gonna press up our body right under where the shadow of the lamppost is. And what we're going to do is aim at the very corner of the shadow on the wall. All we're going to do is hold our nade and just jump through. And as we jump through the nade's going to bounce right perfectly into front of dumpster and between it too. So if we move to the left, we can't see. If we moved anywhere in the smoke, we cannot see at all. As a T side, make sure you watch out for anybody if they're trying to look at minimap and, you know, go through smoke. They can come out the left side. And if they want to push through smoke, watch for that too. So there's two things just to be careful of once you throw the smoke. The second smoke you can also do from outside bathroom. I'm pretty sure this one was also in CSGO. So what you're going to do is come up to this bench. You're actually going to stand on the very top of it, but make sure you're also in the middle of this gray metal strip right in the middle of the bench. And what you're going to do is aim right in the middle of where the box of the light is. We're going to aim right in the middle of it. As we can see on the minimap, that the nade's going to land right in the exact spot. So as if I'm a CT, you know, I hear Monet, and then all of a sudden they smoke it. Smoke pops. Cannot see anything. I either have to run through smoke. I have to run out. Even if I run out to the side, I have no really much cover, because anybody can be holding me from long. Anybody can hold me from like the garden areas over here, or from trucks. So this is also a very effective smoke. And those are all the A-side smokes. Now moving on to B-side. Let's say you guys took construction control, and you want to know how to smoke off right here, you know, right between graffiti and anybody rotating on A side. Well, this is the most effective smoke, but I'm going to show you also the minor problems with this smoke as well. What we're going to do is come up to this corner right here, get ourselves right in, snug into that corner, and we're going to aim at this part of the wiring here. It looks like a light, but I'm going to call it just a part of the wiring. And all we're going to do is aim straight left until we hit the pole. So in line with that wire bulb looking thing, and we're staring at the pole, all we're going to do is hold our grenade and just throw it. Now, here is the problems with this smoke. Once it pops, the volumetric smoke will take over. But here's a little bit of the issues. So once the smoke gets the corners all filled, say if I'm a CT member, I can still see a little bit of gaps in the smoke because the smoke is tearing at the top. Plus, it's trying its hardest to reach both sides. Now, if they're playing graffiti and they're playing A-site, like coming down from A-site and they want to play here, the smoke will kind of try and cover both sides. You can do this in one smoke. Turns out it probably takes two smokes, and this is probably the best smoke you can get for this, so just be wary that people can see over this. Next up, I'm going to show you 4 crucial smokes you need to know on how to smoke heaven on B-site. The first smoke is over here in construction. Once you have control of it and connector, all you're going to do is come up to this board and this wall right here, and we're going to press up our body right against it. Now, with this triangle formation here, All we're gonna do is aim between where this pole meets and this lighting, I guess, on the electrical fixture meets. We're gonna aim right in the middle of it, and as we do, we're just gonna regularly throw the nade. And if we're playing in heaven with an op, once the smoke pops, entirety of heaven will get smoked. Even if you push out of here, you can barely see. If you peek out the right side, you know, anybody can catch you because you're just standing out in the open with your op, you know, a bunch of angles to hold. Peek out the left side, you can't even see whatsoever. So the people playing in heaven have to wait for the smoke to stop, or they have to rotate. And that, I do this since, I've done this once in CSGO. For this next heaven smoke, you have to have construction control and connected control. So once you do, you're going to come out this doorway and you're going to aim at the middle of the door frame and crouch. And what we're going to do at this triangle right here at this electrical part, we're not going to aim at the very top of the pole. We're going to aim where the top part of this triangle meets the pole. All we're going to do is hold our nade and just regularly throw. And as we're doing that, the nade will once again pop, cover our entirety of heaven, causing the CT having to rotate or peek out here. And if they do peek out here, they're good as dead because they're just peeking out and looking at many angles that they cannot, definitely not hold. The third smoke, once you have connector and construction, is coming up to this plank of woods, and at these spray cans, we're going to snug ourselves right in the corner of this wall. And all we're going to do is just aim of where the black and the yellow part meet at the very top of the sign. All we're going to do is throw the nade. Once again, smoke will pop. Anybody playing heaven cannot see. If they peek out the right, good as dead. You can see them. Just wear a dark blue CT member, just holding them with their op, with their pants down. You know, you'll easily get them. This fourth heaven smoke is a little bit harder. This one is how to smoke it from monster. It's a little bit tougher than the other ones, but I'm going to show you the easiest way on how to do it. So we're actually going to look at this monster. Funny enough that this area called monster, we're actually going to be focusing on this guy's eye and the black part of his eye. I know, pretty weird, right? So what we're going to do is come up to this washing machine and spool, make sure our body is like snug right in between it. You'll feel when your body is right up against these two. And we're going to aim right above his eye, right about in the middle part of his eye. We're going to sit right here, right above it. And all we're going to do is run until we hit the black part of his eye. All we're going to do is run, jump, and throw. Run, jump, throw. Right when we hit the iris, we're going to see the nade bounces off, covers the entirety of heaven. And cool thing about this smoke than the other smokes from construction is that they can actually peek out the entirety of heaven. They can peek through the smoke and you can still see them. Other than these ones, this smokes the entire part from right all the way to here, having them to peek out here. Now I'm going to show you how to smoke this side catwalk here on B side. What you're going to do is line up your body with the middle of these screws on the small cage to the sewer line here. We're going to press our body right up against it. And all we're going to do is aim at the very top part of the pole with our crosshair. And all we're going to do is regularly throw the nade. As the nade is being thrown, it's going to bounce off the pillar and land on short. Now, a couple things to note for this, that once you get onto site, make sure you're watching anybody who's playing the headshot up here. Anybody who's playing headshot can still see over in monster. They can't see you playing on site. All they have to do is like jump on top of the wooden pallets. They have to jump onto site. They can play in smoke. So watch out for anybody being a smoke criminal on this site with this being smoked off. Next up, I'm going to show you two smokes that you can do to smoke sites so you can smoke plant. These were also in CSGO as well. What you're going to do is come up to this pillar outside of T-spawn by the stairs. And all you're going to do is aim at the very bottom box of where the light is and see the train go by. And we're going to aim at the middle part of the box. All we're going to do is just hold our nade, jump throw. As we jump through the nade is going to be flying right onto site, and it's going to land right into the spot. Now, why is the spot so important? It basically blocks off a majority of heaven. Say if you're pushing out monster, heaven can't really see you unless they like probably jump on the railing or if the smoke starts ripping at the top. This is perfect for a smoke plant. Once you have water, once you have toxic or barrels, whatever you call it, cleared, and once you have a majority of the site like intact, and you can just plant wherever you want on the site. They could spam smoke to get you. Just be warned. The other way you could smoke this is a little bit more riskier if monster isn't cleared just yet. All you're going to do is come up to this barrel in this wall, press up your body right up against it. And with this line right here, we're going to line it up with the very top dark green post, or metal bar, I should say. All we're going to do is regularly throw the nade. And as we throw the nade and go to site, this smoke doesn't really hit as the other one, but this is just a smoke so you guys can get the plant down on site. It can kind of smoke off a little bit of heaven. They can kind of see you, but this is just a thing where if you have the bomb and everyone's like taking over everyone barrels or water, all you do is plant on the site. Anybody who wants to peek out with you, your team can hopefully hold you water and heaven and short and all that stuff so you guys can get the smoke up and the plant down. Next up, I'm going to show you a smoke on how to smoke off barrels or toxic. Just from like the heaven smoke before, we're going to come up to this plywood and this wall, going to press up our body right up against it, and we're just going to aim at the very corner of this pillar that's coming out on the overpass here, and all we're going to do is just regularly throw the nade. And as we see the nade being tossed, it is going to pop. The volumetric smoke will cover everything here. And anybody who's playing barrels here, even if I go completely left it against the wall, as you can hear, I can't see anything. Top on top of the barrels, can't see anything. So the entire smoke could get smoked off. Just be careful. Anybody who's playing barrels, if they're smoked off, can go play water, see anybody short. You just got to make sure you catch them off guard. Once they get smoked off, you can smoke, come short, and you can see them rotating out water just because they got smoked off and can't see anything. Or if they hide in it, be warned. Next up, I'm going to show you how to smoke off water or the headshot on site. Once again, like we did with all the other smokes, we're going to walk up and press our body up against the plywood and the wall, and we're going to aim at the left side of the pillar this time. We're going to aim, and all we're going to do is regularly throw the nade. And as we can see, if I'm playing on CT side, say if I'm playing the headshot here, I get completely smoked off. I can peek out like this, but they could see me absolutely just move to the left. Anybody coming out monster can also see me. If I even back up, can't see anything, move barrels, I'll be caught off from both monster and short. All I would have to do is go under heaven, play back here. Just be cautious that you're playing a bomb, that anybody can be playing under heaven. And that is a perfect smoke to get them off of water, off of headshot, because a lot of people who play this angle get nasty angles, nasty headshots by doing this, just by jiggle peeking. Say what? Vinny's gonna show you 2 effective CT side smokes you need to stop a B rush? Yes, I am. So for this one, what you're going to do is come up to this dumpster and wall, and all you're gonna do is crouch. Next, we're going to line our crosshair up with this corner of the triangle and work our way down until we hit the wire. Next for this, you're just going to work your crosshair a little bit upwards towards the wire, away from the wire. Now, it doesn't have to be completely perfect because no matter what, this will always hit. You just can't be above this black part. If it reached out here, you would have to go about into this area. So all we're going to do is hold our nade out, and we're just going to release, crouch, and jump at the same time. And as we do this, the nade will bounce off the railroad tracks and go right deep inside of monster. So anybody who's here, they don't want to push through, because if they do push through, you're holding here, you'll see anybody who pops through. The volumetric smoke pushes all the way through the tunnel at the edge of monster. This nade will take a couple tries. Practice makes perfect. Once you keep it doing over and over and over again, you'll stop, there be executes. Now I'm going to show you how to smoke off short from your spawn. For the short smoke, all you're going to do is come up to where this mirror is on the truck, press your body up against it, and we're going to aim from this part of the wiring to the pole here to where this spinny thing is at the very bottom of it. We're going to aim right in the middle of it. And as we do, we're just going to regularly throw the nade. And as we go over to the B site, say if I'm a T side trying to push the site, it got completely smoked off. You could probably get boosted sandbags, but once you push through this, you have to make sure you check left angle, check up here, check a lot of angles. So this is a perfect smoke. Even if you go out this way, you'll still be caught anybody playing over here, anywhere on the site, basically. Editor Vinny here. I forgot to include an outro last night because I recorded this super late. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed the smokes, please let me know. Leave me feedback in the comments down below if you found alternative smokes or smokes of your own or anything I forgot. And if you guys enjoyed the videos as of lately, please like and subscribe. We're close to 1,000 subscribers, which is actually kind of crazy for me because the channel's been blowing up with these smokes videos. But I'll be including different content, as in funny videos and other nades, flashes, Molotovs, and strat videos, and everything you need to know for CS2 if you're new or returning. And I appreciate every single one of you. So guys, have a great day. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, boys and girls, peace out. Also, follow the Twitch. Link in the description down below. Live with CS2 every night. Peace.